Tonight we gather for a momentous occasion, the 13th edition of the Forbes India Leadership Awards, to pay homage to the very essence of true leadership. We celebrate the visionary leaders who dared to dream, who forged ahead despite adversity, and inspired others to follow suit. Over the years, Forbes India Leadership Awards have advocated the need for establishing the spirit of entrepreneurship and resilient leadership. So tonight, we continue that legacy by shining the spotlight on leaders who have not just led, but have led with purpose, passion, and unwavering dedication. So without further ado, let us commence this evening. It is my distinct honor to invite Forbes India's editor Brian Carvalho to address the esteemed leaders in this room and officially call the Forbes India Leadership Awards 2024 open.
FILA encapsulates all that Forbes India stands for: leadership, innovation, entrepreneurship, and wealth, creating it and giving it. It's on these four pillars that the Forbes India Leadership Awards are founded. Now, in its 13th edition, FILA has, as always, the award categories that are at the core. We have Entrepreneur of the Year, CEO of the Year, and Gen Next Entrepreneur, to name three. Along the way, we have tweaked categories to make them more reflective of a rapidly changing environment. This year, we moved ahead to consider value creation and not just valuation. That's why this year we have the Startup Value Creator Award. I thought I'd use this opportunity to talk about two new awards that we introduced this year, and which, if I may say so, place FILA in a unique space. The first is Institution Builder. You will soon know, if you don't already, who will take home the Institution Builder Award for his spirit of enterprise and for his vision. The other distinctive award category we have is Ecosystem Enabler. 12 awards and a lot of cerebral chatter and glitter in between them. Before I end, my sincere thanks and gratitude to our 9-member jury chaired by Mr. Harsh Mariwala. Without those intense debates and discussions, we wouldn't have had such a stellar lineup of winners. A sincere thanks to all of you who have taken the time to be here.
Today, we are privileged to have a distinguished leader amongst us who has shaped its evolution. With a vision for the future, he has successfully built an institution in an extremely challenging and competitive global and domestic banking environment that will definitely take his legacy forward. Having laid the foundation of the Kotak Mahindra Bank in 1985, he has not just built this business from scratch, but has also diversified it to evolve with the time. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me, put your hands together in welcoming Uday Kotak, the founder and director of Kotak Mahindra Bank, to deliver the keynote address of the FILA 2024.
For someone like me who started a business about 39 years ago, seeing India of today excites me even more than what my excitement was 39 years ago. And in many ways, the next 20 to 25 years will be the defining moments of India's success. And if India has to make that leap in the real world, in the economic world, on the global stage in geopolitics, the starting point of that has to be India's ability to become one of the largest economies in the world. And over the next 20 to 25 years, what does it take for us to be amongst the top 2 economies in the world? And there are 3 things which make US the most successful. First, military power. Second, the US dollar as the reserve currency. The power of the reserve currency is probably as important or even more important than the military power. And the third, which we have to salute the US, is at every point of time, they have had this sense of creativity. And if India has to succeed, we need all these 3. We need to do a lot more on defense and military, and we have to aspire for becoming a potential reserve currency. But to get to the reserve currency, we will need to first have a significant amount of discipline, institutions which are truly world-class. And if we can reach that reserve currency in the next 10 years, friends, our dream of becoming the top 2 economy in the world is very achievable over the next 20 to 25 years. Whether it's China, whether it's Russia, whether it's Brazil, whether it's Africa, whether it's the United States, Indian rupee as a currency is accepted by one and all. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my dream of future of finance for an Indian. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
We request Mr. Harsh Mariwala, the founder and chairman of Marico, and the FILA jury chair to join us on stage to give away the Forbes India Leadership Award 2024 for Institutional Builder to Mr. Kotak. A big round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. It is time now to shift our gears from banking to the world of cinema. To take this discussion ahead, I'd like to welcome on stage Palki Sharma, Managing Editor of First Post. Let's extend a warm welcome to the true titan of Indian cinema. From Kuch Kuch Hota Hai to Rocky Aur Rani Ki Prem Kahani, he redefined love and its storytelling for us. And now he's rewriting the definition of OTT and reality TV by producing content like Coffee with Karan and The Fabulous Lives of Bollywood Wives. His contribution has shaped the narrative of contemporary Indian cinema. Please put your hands together and welcome Karan Johar.
I want to start by asking, what does cinema mean to you?
Cinema is, it means everything actually to me. It's my identity. It's what raised me. It's what made me dream and eventually fulfilled so many of those dreams. The very first film I ever saw in a cinema hall was a film called Roman Holiday. My mother took me to an early morning screening at the Eros Cinema at Churchgate. And I remember being mesmerized by celluloid, moving images, and the beauty and romance of that film. And I just fell in love with the whole community experience of watching a film. From then on, it just went on from one moment in cinema to the other when I discovered Indian cinema and Hindi cinema. And that's where the beginning of my dreams began. So cinema pretty much is the fructification of so many of my childhood dreams and memories.
OTT or big screen, your go-to medium to watch movies?
Big screen, forever. It's where my life began.
Audience is the king, yes or no?
Yes,
Commercial success or critical laurels, which one do you prefer?
commercial success.
A Karan Johar movie is incomplete without, fill in the blanks.
A song, a dance, and a chiffon sari.
Your go-to magazine, Forbes India or Forbes India?
Well, when in India, do what the Indians do. Forbes India all the way.
Thank you, Karan Johar. Pleasure talking to you.
My pleasure.
But I would now like to request Vivek Srivatsa, who's the Chief Commercial Officer at Tata Passenger Electric Mobility, and Amit Kamath, who is the Chief Commercial Officer at Tata Motors Passenger Vehicles, to join us on stage to give away the Icon of Excellence Award to Karan Johar. Let's dive into the next category of awards. I would first like to invite the institution professor and president IIT M Research Park, Padma Shri Ashok Jhunjhunwala, on stage to present this set of awards. It is time now to award the Forbes India Leadership Award 2024 for Entrepreneur of the Year. The winner this year is the founder of India's largest electronics manufacturing services company. And despite the enviable milestone, he's not done just yet. He now wants to transform his company, Dixon Technologies, into a global engineering powerhouse. Ladies and gentlemen, the Entrepreneur of the Year award goes to Sunil Vachani, the Executive Chairman of Dixon Technologies. Now, with an encouraging recommendation letter from the late Honorable President APJ Abdul Kalam, Bellatrix Aerospace started from building an engine that would run on water as a propellant. Today, under this duo, it's on its way to reimagining in-space mobility with satellites as a service. Ladies and gentlemen, the Forbes India Leadership Award 2024 for Emerging Innovator goes to Bellatrix Aerospace. May I welcome on stage Rohan Ganpati, the CEO, and Yashas Karanam, the COO, to come on stage. A big round of applause to them. The Forbes India Leadership Award 2024 for the turnaround star goes to Tata Motors. Tata Motors has defied the odds to emerge as India's third largest car maker and is now gunning for more. I'd like to invite on stage Shailesh Chandra, the Managing Director of Tata Motors Passenger Vehicles and Tata Passenger Electric Mobility. I would like to invite Ashok Vaswani, the MD and CEO of Kotak Mahindra Bank, on stage for the next award. The winner of the Forbes India Leadership Award 2024 for Ecosystem Enabler, which is our new category this year, is a 70-year-old Padma Shri awardee who is an IIT Kanpur graduate with a PhD from America's University of Maine, known for his path-breaking research. He is considered a pioneer in nurturing industry-academia interaction in research, innovation, and product development. He has accumulated accolades in areas that mirror the evolution of Indian technology, from wireless telephony and mobile banking to solar equipment and battery swapping for electric vehicles. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for Padma Shri Ashok Jhunjhunwala, the winner of the 2024 FILA Award for Ecosystem Enabler. Now, our next session aims to shed light on the role that leaders can play as a beacon in tumultuous times. How can leaders navigate through uncertainties and inspire their teams to overcome obstacles? What strategies can they employ to foster resilience and innovation in their organizations? Let's find out. To take this discussion forward, let me first welcome on stage Manu Balachandran, who's the Associate Editor at Forbes India. And joining him are our esteemed speakers for this session. We have Sunil Vachani, the Executive Chairman of Dixon Technology, Sasank Rishkant Sringa, who is the co-founder and CEO of Axio, Rishi Das, the co-founder and CEO of IndiCube. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, in welcoming our esteemed speakers for this session.
On what you see are some of the big disruptions facing your sector in particular and India in general. So I'll start with you, Shashank.
We operate in the financial services or fintech space. And I think one of the biggest silent disruptions of the last few years has been the growth of digital public infrastructure in India, right? Most of us today would use UPI and would have an Aadhaar card. But what many of us wouldn't realize is the degree to which these pieces of infrastructure are changing the playing field. Because effectively what you have today is a system, I call it Aadhaar, that has given digital identity to billions of people. On top of that, we now have a payment system, UPI, where people can move money without any friction. And now, in addition to this, we have a set of new innovations, which I loosely call the account aggregator ecosystem, where effectively every consumer owns their data and can take it where they go. And so what these three things have done is create an environment where customers can literally take their business to the provider that's able to give them the best product or service. And that's going to create a huge amount of competition, but it's also going to create an environment where customer is king.
Mr. Vachani, what are your thoughts?
My honest answer was that, the technology in our sector, in the ICT sector, has changed a lot. So if you look at, let's say, LED televisions as a category, right? We moved from a CRT television to a plasma television, then to an LED, and now to OLED, and maybe something to follow next. So while these technologies changed, the manufacturing setup did not have to undergo a major transformation. So I think the answer is that I think this sector of electronic manufacturing and services is not really prone to disruptions. But I think what's going to change, and I think it's very important for any leader to process that, that I think the time has come to embrace digital transformation. Industry 4.0 is here to stay.
Rishi, your thoughts?
As you can imagine, the workspace sector as one of the most disrupted sectors. And when COVID happened, the first question was that, will people ever require offices? From there, I think we have moved to a place where a generation like us, we went where work was. I think now work is going where people are. So we are moving to a very different concept of distributed offices. Workspaces are a lot more fungible now. People also come to office to work. That's a shift. Then if you look at other things like the amount of focus that the top leadership has on office spaces is unprecedented. Because today employees don't want to come to office, employers want them to come to office. So as a result of that, the focus on benefits and all is very, very unprecedented. The whole thing has moved to an experience. What used to be the office has become our office. A lot of growth is happening in the tier 2 cities. A lot of technology to enhance the experience is getting built in. Also, the pay-as-you-use model, the amount of rigidity which real estate in general and office spaces in particular had is completely gone.
On that note, thank you, gentlemen, for joining us on this panel today. A big round of applause for our panelists today. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would now like to invite on stage two of our jurors, Kunal Bal, the co-founder Titan Capital, and Shankar Sharma, the founder of GQuant Investec and First Global. Forbes India Leadership Award 2024 for Regional Goliath goes to Wagh Bakri Tea Group. A big round of applause to them. Wagh Bakri has never focused on growth at breakneck speed, yet it remains the third largest packaged tea company. I'd like to now invite on stage Rashish Desai, the Vice Chairman and Managing Director, Paras Desai, the Executive Director, Vidisha Parag Desai, the Director, and Priyam Parekh, the whole-time Director of Wagh Bakri Tea Group on stage. With its focus now on making financial services simple and by remaining consistent in its expansions, Grow has become the biggest stock brokerage firm in India in terms of active clients on the NSE in such a short span of time. The Forbes India Leadership Award 2024 for Promising Startup goes to Grow. Please welcome Harsh Jain, the co-founder and COO of Grow. The Forbes India Leadership Award 2024 for Startup Value Creator goes to Mama Earth, whose parent company Honasa Consumer has generated multi-bagger returns for its early VC investors. Please put your hands together for the power couple Varun and Ghazal Alag, the co-founders of Mama Earth. The Forbes India Leadership Award 2024 for Grassroots Philanthropists goes to Zarina and Ronnie Screwvala, the co-founders of Swadesh Foundation. Their efforts to lift people out of poverty are showing results in Raigad and Nasik in Maharashtra, and now they want to take the scalable Swadesh model to other regions. I'd like to invite on stage Andrew Holland, who is the CEO of Avendus, and Angelo George, who is the CEO of Bisleri. This year, we were looking for a climate warrior whose core business revolves around solving climate and sustainability-related issues. Someone who has started showing scale, judged on the promise they hold based on the solutions they are providing. And the award for Emerging Climate Warrior goes to Eki Foods. Abhay Singh and Amit Kumar of Eki Foods are growing staple vegetables using technology that is not just climate resilient and climate saving, but also reduces growing costs. Please welcome on stage Abhay, the co-founder and CEO, and Amit, the co-founder and COO of Eki Foods on stage. Forbes India Leadership Awards 2024 for Gen Next Entrepreneur goes to Parth Jindal, the Managing Director, JSW Cement and JSW Paints. The next gen Jindal displayed nerves of steel, makes concrete plans to create brands out of commodities, and gives JSW Group a sporting makeover with a fresh lick of paint. Forbes India Leadership Award 2024 for CEO of the Year goes to Praveer Sinha, the CEO and Managing Director of Tata Power. Please put your hands together for Praveer Sinha, someone who has charted out an aggressive renewables energy strategy for Tata Power, which aims to significantly enhance its renewables capacity by 2030 and position itself for a net zero world. By enthralling audiences with their performances, actors play a pivotal role in shaping the storytelling molds. To take this session forward, I invite Kunal Purandare, the editor desk, to the stage. And tonight, we're privileged to have with us a versatile and accomplished actor from the Indian film industry. With his charm and dedication to his craft, he has left an indelible mark on the hearts of audiences. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Shahid Kapur.
Shahid, it's been over 2 decades in the film industry for you, but the journey began long way before that, as a background dancer, featuring in music videos, doing ads. What all has it demanded from you to reach this place of becoming this much-loved star and an actor who's known for his layered performances?
Well, it's been 20 years I've been doing this, man. So I think it's a journey of self-discovery. I think you have to believe in yourself when nobody believes in you, especially when you want to be an actor and especially when you're kind of trying to do it on your own. You don't belong as such. My father was an actor, but, I didn't really tell anybody I was his son. So it was a bit of a intimidating journey. You feel like an outsider. I always felt like the outsider trying to be accepted. But it's the love of the audience, and it's the love of your craft that pushes you to do your best and keeps you inspired. Of course, they say that everybody should have a dream, but this industry teaches you that dreams are not enough. You should have a plan along with your dream, and that plan can only be true to you. Each artist is different. Their positives are different. Their negatives are different. Their strengths are different. The opportunities they are given are different. The way people perceive them is different. The way they feel about themselves at different points in time changes. And on top of that, the audience's mood changes and the ecosystem which you're a part of changes. So it's very difficult to define it, but I've always believed in myself and I've always believed in improving and I've always believed in growth and I've always believed in rediscovery and trying to surprise the audience. And I think all that got me here, man. So, yeah.
Shahid, thank you very much. You've mesmerized us with your dancing and your performances over the years. We wish you all the best. Thanks a lot once again for your insights and for your time. It was a pleasure having you.
I would now like to invite Ghazal Alag, co-founder of Mama Earth, back on stage. And this time, Ghazal Alag will be presenting the award to Shahid with the Icon of Excellence Award for his incredible contribution to Indian cinema. A big round of applause. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we draw the curtains on the 13th edition of the Forbes India Leadership Awards.